All right, ready?
Yeah, I'm waiting. I was waiting for you to. Ba-ding! I gave myself a coin. I'm gonna give Tim a coin.
Queen.
A coin. Oh, I'm tired. Yes. This is tired. This is happy. This is tired. This is happy.
I have nothing to say. Yeah, it's all the same.
You're not playing along.
No, I'm not. No. Speak your mind.
Don't rush me. I'm tired.
I thought you went up. I thought you were happy or whatever.
Oh, happy. Your Opinion Stinks opens the conversation on a hot button business topic
and flips it on its head.
Hosted by a wellness coach
and a business coach,
we break down conventional business
while building entrepreneurs up for success. Who will you agree with?
Welcome to Your Opinion Stinks. I'm Tanisha.
And I'm Tim. Yeah. So, welcome to the show. If you're on YouTube, of course, go ahead and subscribe and hit the alert button so that way you get notified of anything that's new that we produce and come out and make sure it's all nice and special and wrapped up and super cool for you and all of our favorite people that's out there in the iTunes or podcast directories. Go ahead and subscribe too, so that way you can get this to go directly to your device of choice, and direct download does help to make sure you don't miss a thing. So, yeah.
Si, senor.
Do those things.
I'm very tired today, you guys.
Why?
Well, that's that's funny. It makes it sound like we planned it that way. Why is that, Tanisha? Well, Tim, we happen to be at a wonderful retreat this weekend. We didn't plan that. That's just, okay.
Yeah.
So this weekend,
Yep.
we went to High Ticket Ecom Secrets Private Retreat. Where's the? Oh shoot! Where is it? Oh. That it was wonderful, y'all.
It was really good.
The lovely Ernest Epps hosted everyone in a mansion.
Brother from another mother. It was
so
dope.
Great. He's so great.
All the people were cool. All the speakers were cool.
Great speakers, great content.
Everybody that was there was digging it.
Yeah.
People that were online on the live stream were digging it, which was something that was really unique.
Yeah.
Met like some really amazing people with interesting backgrounds and stories. It's one of the cool things when you get the opportunity to be a part of events like this, because it's not the traditional, we're going out and everyone's going to get lit at the bar and no, it was like really, really intelligent. Not that people aren't intelligent at those events either, but no, it's like really intelligent, really focused, really business oriented, business minded, really want to improve and do things type of event. And it was great.
Yeah, the atmosphere is different. You still have fun.
Yeah.
But it's a different vibe when you go to these smaller events.
More private, intimate events.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
So today's episode is about 3 reasons attending. No, okay. 3. I'm so tired. 3 reasons attending a retreat will energize your business.
Even when you're super tired trying to do the title.
It's funny. It's been a long time since we've been to an event like that. And I forgot how energizing and exhausting they are.
It's one of those things where it really just depends on the amount of energy that you're using.
It does. But
for some of them you can get through, but for the ones that's really intense, you got to really be in it.
Well, it's like you go and it's long days. It's like high intensity content. It's like boom, boom. To this
like
thing,
back to back.
This presenter, that thing, go lunch. And then, it's a long night. And then you have the camaraderie afterwards, and you're drinking wine, and you're having fun, and you're laughing, and you're talking, and you're sharing secrets, and business secrets and personal secrets. I need a monocle. Oh, I should have bought that monocle.
Told you.
It's still in my. I'm gonna
buy.
I'm gonna get
that next time.
No, I'm gonna get that monocle.
Okay,
y'all.
all right.
So, I don't know why a monocle is synonymous with a secret. That's weird, but whatever. So
I don't know too many Brits that keep their secrets and monocles in the same place. So yeah, I don't know the connection
secrets
either.
and monocles in the same place.
Yeah.
So so you're going nonstop, one boom, 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 boom. But at the same time, you're really energized because you're excited about what you're learning. You're excited about getting home and starting to implement. You're excited about helping other people that are there and getting help for yourself. And so it's a whirlwind, but it's also energizing.
Absolutely. Like the whole thing of participating in intimate settings, it's like the baby sister of the mastermind, because it's still a collective of different experiences coming together. It's just with the retreat, you're also getting the feel of something luxurious or exotic.
And this was like we stayed in a mansion,
16,000 square feet of luxury. The whole thing about going to a retreat that's a little bit of a distance away makes you feel like you're really going to like a highland, like total seclusion and
removed from your life,
removed from like just the common everyday of like city noise type things. I mean, like we're in like some parts of city type life a little bit, but the whole thing of having that retreat gives you the feeling that you can relax and absorb, because you're so removed from whatever it is your daily life might be.
And that's a big reason, like we're focusing in on retreats and boot camps and workshops workshops because it's kind of common for entrepreneurs to maybe incorporate conferences into their rotation. Like
Sometimes,
like that's not a hard sell. Like there are all these articles like these are the conferences every entrepreneur should go to and blah blah. But I think what we want to encourage people, entrepreneurs, people listening and watching to do is to incorporate also the intensives, like boot camps, like retreats like this, like workshops, because
things that are beyond what you find on YouTube for free information.
Right.
Highly.
Because yes, it usually costs more money.
Most of the time.
Yes, it's usually more time.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's usually longer days with less flexibility of like you go to this session but then you don't go to that session and blah blah blah. Yes, that's conference stuff. But what you get in this environment is all the things we've been talking about, but it's also these 3 reasons that we're going to talk about in a little more depth right now. All right. The first reason you should incorporate a retreat or workshop or boot camp into your entrepreneurship journey and life and yearly agenda is you'll leave energized and with tons of new ideas that work in today's market.
I'm gonna challenge some of that.
What?
So
Oh, we about to fight, y'all. Every time I think we not gonna fight, we fight.
here's where it's right, and here's where I'm a little concerned on it.
Oh.
Like the whole thing of going away to learn any information opens up the door for conference high. You know what that is, right?
Yeah, where you're all energized in the moment and then you go home and you get back into the grind and you don't actually implement anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering about how much that really applies, because like there's tons of people that can like find that one piece, and that one piece is the only thing that they really needed.
Okay. Yeah, I see why you're taking issue with how that's phrased.
Yeah.
Because it implies that going home and doing the work and benefiting from what you learned is automatic. Yeah. Okay. Then how do we rephrase that?
I would probably lean more into you're getting information that you could implement if you have all the resources. Like
No,
it's
that's
giving
not
it
it either.
because it's giving you more not momentum, but motivation than anything.
No, I'm trying to get at that energy. That energy in the room that's felt by so many people when they're like, oh man, that's a great idea. Star that, circle that. Oh, that fixed my problem. Yes, I need to go home and do that. I'm trying to capture that. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, yeah, I do. I still feel it kind of falls in that line though, because there's tons of people who get into any of these things and they start to write, and they fill up their journals and notebooks, and all it is just
Yeah, but that's not a reason that this isn't a benefit. That's just a caution that you need to make sure you carve out the time and you set yourself up for success when you get home. But that's true of anything.
read your reason. Maybe we can modify it.
You'll leave energized and with tons of new ideas that work in today's market. I was also trying to get at how current they tend to be. Whereas you go to a conference and maybe someone is telling you something that worked a long time ago, or
Energized.
I'm trying to get at the energy and how you can take this home right now and put it to action.
Is it more so that you're leaving with more energy than when you came?
I mean, well, that still fits with what I wrote then.
I guess so.
You'll leave energized with tons of new ideas that work in today's market.
I guess so. Yeah, maybe it's me, because I've been through a lot of these, and I've seen a lot of people do really great things, and I've seen a lot of people not.
Yeah, but some of the people who are not, it's because they're stuck in learning mode, for example. Like they're hopping around to conference to retreat to conference to retreat, thinking they're doing something in their business, and they're not. They're just in learning mode. And sometimes it's they go home thinking they're going to implement it, but they haven't set themselves up for success and they don't do any of it. But that doesn't negate the fact that it was energizing.
Okay.
Like
then,
it's still your responsibility to follow through.
then
but
I
that's
can
the truth
I
of
can work
anything.
with it then. I guess I can work with it then. You know the word that just keeps popping in my head every time I say energized?
What?
Motivated.
Well, they're not the same though.
Right.
Okay.
That's why I think that's why
That's why you tripped up on it?
yeah, because I think it's that you're leaving with motivation more than energy. I think energy carries you through the event, but I think motivation moves you to take an action, or lack of motivation takes you to inaction.
I don't know that that's an overarching concept that would rule one one thing over another. I might also be the type of person that is energized, stays energized, and has nothing to do with motivation, because I don't need the motivation. I'm just going to do it because I'm that kind of person.
I could dig it. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Mm-hmm.
You'll seed and enhance lasting connections to future partners, affiliates, and resources for help.
Absolutely. The whole thing of coming together in any of these things is that it's just a melting pot.
Mm-hmm.
True story. I happened to meet someone at the event that we were just at, and has nothing to do with what the content was there for. We connected on something that was totally left field. We connected off of music. And just the simple fact that even though the gentleman that was there to learn the content that was promised and given, because he's in this field, when we met and talked and we started talking, DJ talk and engineering talk and audio talk and all this other type of stuff that was totally left field of it, he actually was really more appreciative that he even took the leap to go to this particular event, because as he said, and as I also subscribe to, the universe will always put you where you need to be. And for whatever reason, he had something that was on his mind, something that was on his heart, and he needed to talk to someone that was like-minded, that understood, that can get him over that hurdle. It just so happens that it was at a totally different event that had nothing to do with music or audio or anything like that. I say all that to say this. When going to these higher priced events, when going to these private events, when going to these invitation only events, you're meeting cream of the crop people that have the ability to move you forward, not just in whatever it is that you're producing or creating or selling or promoting, but just in other things that high level thinkers do. And I love being in situations like that, because then sometimes I get something addressed that's been on my mind or on my heart, and it has nothing to do with the event. It's just the great people that you attract. So,
and then that relationship, it might just be an added experience of the event that just makes it that much more meaningful. But it might also turn into a working relationship later.
And that's what I was going to get to.
Years later.
Yeah, the whole thing of that personal connections that you get at these high level events opens up the door for better, deeper relationships. Referring back to one of our shows, we were talking about co-opetition. The whole thing of joining together and being a resource to the other sometimes even works better when it's someone that you actually like. Because now you really want to work with that person. And they will go through more measures in order to be successful with you along the way. And I think that's what you get from things like this.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen or heard that episode, go ahead and go back
Co-opetition.
and take a look at it. I guess in the show notes we can link to it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I can even tell them which one it is.
Oh, cool. Well, while you're doing that, I'll talk to the people. Unless you got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Go ahead.
Co-opetition, that is episode 7.
Episode 7. So check out episode 7.
Siete.
And then, you'll get further, connection to what I'm talking about here. But yeah, like you never know who you meet in the room, but you won't meet them unless you're in the room.
And that's another difference from the big conferences, because you can connect with people, you can still do it there, but the conversations tend to be more surface level, like, where are you from? Oh, I like my hotel. But it's
what are you missing in your bit? Just the basic question stuff.
Something like this, you're with the same people multiple days, and you have that conversation, and then you go deeper. And it can be really powerful for your business and for your experience.
Totally agree. Number
3. You'll get one-on-one help for the things you're struggling with right now and save time and expense.
Totally agree with that. The thing I think works out best in these private settings is you're most of the time you're 1 to 2 people away from getting something fixed. Like,
If that.
yeah, there was one dude in there that was struggling on something for, I think, like said, like 2 weeks,
Yeah,
2-3
couple
weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it fixed in like 5 minutes because there was
Yeah.
a person who knew exactly what the issue was.
Yeah.
That sometimes is worth more than gold, because if something's holding you back and all you need is that one thing to happen, one thing to be said, it happens there organically most of the time. It's just people hear and they can just connect the dots, because again,
Like, oh, I know exactly what that is. I had that experience. Just change that and it's fine. You're like, what? Thank you.
yeah,
And you can often get help directly from the person who's teaching. Because, like, there's a question and answer, and you're only competing with maybe, 10, 15 other people in the room.
if that,
Not
yeah.
100 to get your answer.
Yeah.
And then you're like, the explanation for that might be a little long. Let's just talk afterwards. And then you're like half an hour with
private
them.
time. Yeah.
Private time. Private coaching, basically.
The whole thing of being at a place where you're indoors, the only thing that's happening is the event itself and the people in it. It's a type of access that is so exclusive and most profitable most of the time, because of the simple fact that you're breathing the same air in the same room.
Yeah. Now, this can happen occasionally at conferences, especially like product conferences.
Also, if they have breakouts.
And if there are breakouts, those can be more intimate, and then you're getting the maybe one-on-one help or one-on-few attention. But it's so much more concentrated and prevalent at these events, especially for events that are structured to be that way, like a boot camp. Or like the type of experience where you're going in and by the time you leave, you will have done these things and have these things ready to go for your business. Because then talk about being prepared when you go back home.
Yep.
You have this ready to go. Like it's done. All you need to do is just use it. And that can be really useful.
The other thing to think about too is the individuality of it all. Because most of the time, even when you're at major events, you don't necessarily see someone trying to do something that's custom to you. But at a private retreat, at a private boot camp, intensive, there's a focus on you, at least for a question. At most, totally on you for minutes, maybe even, hours at a time, depending on what it is. There's some intensives that we've done where we've round robined in the room and everything was like, okay, it's your turn. We need to know everything. So everyone at the table can come to you with ideas, advice, instructions, motivation, everything that you need. And it's consistently brought to you with like this type of energy that doesn't happen when someone's like just on a stage and they're just talking to you. I think that the hardest thing is just figuring out what makes sense to do.
Which thing to go to?
Yeah, because for some people, you need to go away. And retreats are awesome for that.
Yeah.
For some people, you need a kick in the rear. Intensives. Guarantee that they'll do that for you because it's straight focus. And sometimes you just need to get things done. And that's where workshops come in.
I think that's good advice and you'll get a sense of picking out the right thing for you, because just like conferences, not every conference will end up being worth your time. Maybe you'll discover Not like this particular retreat, like, oh, this wasn't quite what I expected it to be. But I think with anything that you go to like this, no matter what type of experience it is, it's better not to go into it with a laundry list of things that you think need to happen for it to have been worth your time and money. Yeah, thank you. Because you're just setting yourself up to be disappointed and unenthusiastic and unmotivated. Just because sometimes even Ernest was like, I went to this thing and I remember they said this one thing that was the light bulb moment. I think all of us who've gone to a lot of these have moments like that, where like the whole weekend was worth that conversation or that thing that was said, that just, it changed everything. And so you'll get a sense of how to pick the experience that's right for you. But also, if you find it wasn't quite right for you, still dive in and make the most of it. Talk to people more and just make it valuable for yourself so that you always leave at least having had a pleasurable experience as much as you could.
I want to throw one thing that I thought of. I think that needs to be addressed, and that's money. Sometimes you have to, spend the coin in order to get to, the I can't remember how the phrase goes, when you're stand at the feet of masters or something like that. I can't remember. Sometimes you just gotta pay to play, and you gotta get in those rooms.
Pay to get in the room.
Yeah, if you have the opportunity, you can make it happen. You get into the rooms.
Yeah.
Because you don't know who else is in the room, and sometimes, magic happens in a moment in the rooms.
And bonus tip, sometimes the magic happens after the event, like that night. When you're just hanging out with people at the hotel.
That's true.
Or having a glass of wine, like at this retreat. Like we were hanging. I wish I had more energy cause to stay up later. Because, you're just sitting around talking, sharing ideas, sometimes making deals.
Yes.
At the bar. Or at the party afterwards that you're skipping. You're like, oh, it's just a party, whatever.
You
go to the party.
You go. You find a way to get that caffeine in your system, and you go.
And you go.
So, I wanted to make sure I threw that in there.
That's good.
Yeah.
And just the weekend was great. And if you're at all interested in e-commerce and doing it the right way, he did not pay us for this.
Nope.
We are not talking about the retreat
Nope.
because the link isn't going to give us a kickback or anything.
Nope.
We're just excited about Earnest Epps. That's all. So, if you're interested in learning e-com and doing it right,
doing it high ticket,
and even high ticket,
not dealing with
e-com,
any of that drop ship that's like low ticket items, like
where
reputable names.
It's like a saturated market for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
This is not being taught.
This is like the real deal.
This is the real
stuff.
deal. So go to earnestepps.com.
Earnestepps.com. Yeah.
EARNESTEPPS.com.
Good job.
I did it. I really
Also,
hope I
check in the
spelled
show notes for the link.
Go to the show notes.
But it's good. It's good you spelled it out for the ones that are listening.
Go to the show notes at youropinionstinks.com or in the description if you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good people, good products, great knowledge, and they understand how to actually get results. So, just wanted to make sure that we said that piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess what?
What?
We're all done.
Oh, okay. So I guess that's my cue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right. Thank you for listening and watching. Those of you on the YouTubes, don't forget, subscribe, hit the alert button. Those of you that listen on iTunes or anywhere you listen to podcasts, go ahead and subscribe. We like what we're doing here. This is a lot of fun. But yeah, let us know how we're doing. And if there's things that you want us to fight about, let us know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Tim.
I'm Tanisha. And remember, opinions are not facts. Do your research and have fun in the fight. Bye-bye.
Deuces.